Hey guys, welcome to another impromptu video in a random hotel room in the middle of Germany. Today, well, same as yesterday, I went again at another IKEA, hoping to find nothing interesting, just went there for lunch. But these were on sale. These are the IKEA Grillplats and the IKEA Tofsmygga. These are the smart plugs. Basically, they are the ones that are replacing the older generation INSPELNING. These are again Matter compatible. That means you don't need an IKEA hub to use them. If you have an Apple TV or a HomePod, for example, you can control them directly with the Home app. The difference between these two products is that the Grillplats is for indoor use and the Tofsmygga is used for outdoor use. So it's got this additional rubber sealing on the plug here, on the female plug. And so we're gonna take them apart, as always. I don't think there's gonna be much inside. Another thing of note is that the Grillplats, let's just do a quick unboxing. There again, the nice QR code for the instructions. Yeah, it looks smaller than the INSPELNING that it precedes. It's also got these flat sides, so it probably is going to fit better in like crowded plug boards and stuff. So that's also a nice design improvement. So there's just also a single button. There used to be two of them, LED light there as well. Let's open up this one here also. There it is, very simple. So it's basically almost the same chassis. It's definitely a little bit fatter, a little bit thicker, probably because it's a lot more rugged, and it's got this additional rubber molding on the top with a nice seal. So this seal is the one that's typically used for the outdoor Schuko plugs, and that's also the same on the male side as well, by using this ring here, which would go in this opening right here. So let's take them apart. There's just one single screw. It's one of those fancy ones, but of course, no matter where I travel, I do bring a screwdriver set with me. You never know that IKEA plans to release new products and I will need it. So it's just a single screw. Inside, I would expect it to be quite similar to the INSPELNING. So there will be a microcontroller with the thread radio and another chip that would do the current measurement. So we took that off. It doesn't seem to be, yeah, nothing seems to be happening. So let me just try some prying. Shouldn't be too difficult. There's of course a seam here, so we're probably gonna get in from here. I would expect, yeah. There's a clip. Okay, so we got it off. And now here's the PCB inside. So they put some glue that is probably for stabilizing. I don't think it's used for heat sinking in this case. The construction, again, as I expected, it's pretty similar to the INSPELNING. So we have a board here with the radio module, and we have the larger board with a chip down here that performs the current measurement, and also an additional board for the button and LED as well. So let's try and see if we can remove it, but I don't want to damage it too much because I actually want to use this one here as well. I forgot to mention one very important thing, and the reason why these have been delayed and they've been on the lookout by quite a few people. These one also work as repeaters. So if you need to extend the coverage of your thread network, you can add these smart plugs, which are always on, and they would repeat the signal along. I also didn't mention the QR code for configuring it is right in the socket. So it's not cooperating much. The glue is a little bit stiffer than what I remembered. So I think we're going to just leave it like this and maybe do a more in-depth teardown later. but I'd expect it to be almost identical as the INSPELNING. I will check the what I see this one here is, but and also maybe grab a few more detail. Actually, there is a brand Lee Darson on here. I don't know if you can see that. The light here is terrible as always. It's a bit of a signature, a hallmark of my videos now. But there is a branding here on this board here, so maybe it's even just an outsourced board. Also, the part of the plug here, it's molded with the chassis, but there's an inner part here, as you can see here by the braking, that contains the two prongs and the earthing. So it's also possible that by just hammering this in, the board will pop off. Of course, you also have to remove the 2 screws, is it? Yeah, there are 2 screws holding it. We can actually try and do this. I don't want to break the hotel furniture, but let's see. So I also think that the INSPELNING had the same 2 screws as well. So we're gonna take these 2 off right here. So that's one of them. Pricing wise, meanwhile, this is $8.99 here in Germany, while the outdoor unit is $12.99. So that means that this is €1 cheaper, I think, than INSPELNING. And there was no outdoor unit before, so it's a new product. This is probably a little bit more expensive because I would expect inside to have the same thing, so it's just a different enclosure basically. So what the difference you're paying is just for the waterproofing. Okay, so we got that off. Let's see if we can use some brute force. Okay, so after some applied violence, the board came out without damaging. And the construction is very similar to the INSPELNING. So the metering is done on one side, and the switching is done on the other. Technically, that means that if you're going to break this down, you could actually have metering and switching separate. I've done this at my home, but unfortunately they patched it with firmware, so it would say 0 when the relay is off. So the components here, so let's just start with the microcontroller. There it is. And as I mentioned, the antenna is built in the PCB as always, so that's like almost an off-the-shelf product basically. And there is this branding here on the back, which I don't think I've seen on the other products, and a nice layout as well for the additional test points, which could come in useful if you want to reflash it. You can also see the additional chip for the current measurement. There it is. Let's see if we can zoom that in. I will put an ID on the, yeah, it's too far. It's not bright enough. I will put an ID on it in the description. And as for the rest of the components, the passives, this is from Aishi. This is a pretty common Chinese manufacturer. And these two here, do they have a branding? Sancon. Yeah, this is all China special. This is made in China, of course. And yeah, they don't inspire too much confidence, but they are rated 105 degrees. So that's at least, well, this is 130 degrees. That's pretty nice. So that is a little bit reassuring, because I've already had one of the old first generation Teardown units fail because of bad capacitors. It's actually this one here that went bad. So, or like the one that did the same exact purpose, replaced that and it just came back to life. So I don't think I'm going to need to recap this anytime soon. There's the bridge rectifier. This is probably a small DC to DC converter. Yeah, it's pretty crammed. I'm not sure about isolation, but like, for example, the I don't even know how much you'd need isolation actually on a product like this, but there doesn't seem to be much. Where's the resistor for measuring the current? That's probably underneath here somewhere, because I'm not seeing it. And in fact, I'm not even, does this come off? Yeah, this probably comes off, but it's glued in as well. I'm not seeing the resistor that they use for measuring the current. It's probably underneath here. Oh, there it is. So you can probably see it underneath here. So to see it, you would have to remove the plug side here, the male side here. But yeah, super easy to take apart. Very similar to the INSPELNING, just with a different chip microcontroller thing that supports Matter. There's even the logo there, so Thread radio built in and Matter compatibility. Actually change focus on this one here, and same single screw in the middle. Opening it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult because there is this rubber part here, which I don't know if it's over molded or if it's just slid in. It feels like it's over molded, but let's just take the same screwdriver as before. Now, if we are lucky, it would be just a matter of yanking these two open. Of course, we're not lucky. They definitely thought about it, which is good because, you know, this is an outdoor unit, so it has to be pretty robust. But I mean, judging by the looks, I would expect it to be absolutely identical inside. It would be interesting if they change the ratings of the capacitors to, you know, get a better thermal range from this product, since it's going to stay outdoors. But I wouldn't think that they would change the BOM, so the bill of material, and the circuit from these two products. I would expect them to share the same internals. Oh, it is actually clipped in. You just needed to pry it in the right way. Okay, so here we are. Now it looks basically, I mean, at first glance, it looks identical, including the kind of capacitors that they've used. You know, they have the same, they share the same color. So I will look at them in more detail. So I will write in the comments if they're actually the same, but I'm almost sure, yeah, that they're the same. The only thing I noticed that they used more glue on the relay side. So I don't know if it's just like a different production line, or they actually specified to have more glue for having a little bit more of a rigid fixturing, because I guess they don't want this to be bumped around and be like cracking the solder joints or stuff like that. But yeah, that's about it. These are all, yeah, and it comes back together pretty nicely as well. So this is over molded, so that's pretty nice. It's not going to come off very easily. And yeah, these are the new IKEA Grillplats and Tofsmygga smart plugs. They are basically the missing piece for the new Matter lineup. Thanks a lot for watching. A lot more to come. Goodbye.